Hello and welcome to DCP SideQuest episode number 4. Quattro, right?
1 month.
1 month. Guys, isn't it after 21 days, it's officially a habit?
That is correct. Yes. 3 weeks. Yeah.
SideQuest is a habit, guys. We've officially formed a habit.
There we go.
You now have another bad habit.
Congratulations.
We have officially gone into habitual mode on the SideQuest. Very exciting. So we got a great show. We got the usual crew. We got Eric's, we got Watts, we got Breyer. I want to give a shout out to all of our Patreon subs for making the show happen. You guys are amazing. Appreciate all the support.
You are the best.
You guys are the best. Absolutely. And I want to throw this out there before we get the show officially started. DCP Live on this channel. If you're watching live, if you're on the podcast, it's twitch.tv/DCP Live is going to be covering the raid that's going on tomorrow in the DCP world. Sorry, Destiny world.
Destiny community world.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Destiny world, not the DCP world. So there's, for those that don't know about Destiny, there's a big raid getting launched tomorrow. Everybody's excited about it. There is also some tension between IGN and DCP because Pope Bear likes kicking hornets' nests and all that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. This one was, I'm going to go with they started it.
yeah? Do you think Destin started this?
Destin
Yeah,
definitely
he did
started it.
actually
He did it on Fireteam Chat, where he said that the reason he wants to, his only goal in the raid is to beat Fran Maribel.
Oh, I didn't realize this. Wow.
Yeah, so he started it. And then, of course, Pope picked at it a little bit. And then Fran came out with that video, which was frankly amazing in every, or not Fran, I'm sorry. Destin came out with that video. That was amazing in every single way.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that. Yeah. So Destin's the one that's kicking hornets' nests. I guess
start it. Yeah.
I guess Destin's gonna get demolished tomorrow. Crazy.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be televised.
Yeah, televised demolishing of his raid team. Wow, that's gotta.
This is actually a cool event. Pope Bear put this together in like 2 days. He's got Typhoon Trav and Blesius doing like a live casting of all the major players in the raid race, plus with the side story of IGN versus DCP, and kind of where the progress is between those two teams. Yep. They're going to be having a ton of fun over on the DCP live channel. So if you're around, definitely tune into that. They'll be doing updates on who's kind of in first and who's got, major roadblocks in front of them, all sorts of cool stuff.
But most importantly, they will be taking donations for St. Jude Children's Hospital, which is really awesome. So if you guys want to support an amazing cause, it's all formed around Guardian Con and all the support for that stuff going on. So if you want to, if you've been looking for a time to do some donations for that, that's going to be happening on that channel. So really cool.
Yeah, you can watch a really cool race. You can raise money for St. Jude. Pope managed to, like you said, put it together in 2 days, and he managed to work with Guardian Con, and both this stream and our Guardian Con block that's coming later in June will all be a part of raising money for St. Jude for Guardian Con.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
So yeah,
it's going to be an awesome day. Yay.
Yeah, so if you end up listening to this podcast 4 or 5 days later, just let you know it was awesome. It was a really fun day.
I had a great time.
So what have you guys been up to? Eric, what have you been up to this week?
I've been busy. I've been entrenched in Monster Hunter weapon videos.
Oh, nice.
Capcom loves just like, instead of saying, "Oh, we'll give you one video," they're like, "We'll give you 14 different videos to work through each week." So my video game playing this week has basically been playing Adobe Premiere and editing videos as quickly as possible every morning. But it's been great because it's the hype train. I mean, it's just full on. Like E3 has officially kind of got to that point now where it's just spreading multiple weeks. Right? We had announcements last week. We had all their videos last week. There's stuff happening this week. I'm just like, man, maybe I should just stay at home. I'll just get all the information that way.
It's become a season, right? It's the season of
exactly,
E3.
Right?
That's nuts.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
How does that work, Eric? Do they send you the video and then you work out what each weapon does, or do they give you a preview copy of the game? How does that work?
No. So it drops in the morning. On their Twitter account, and then they'll tweet it on Twitter, and then they'll upload it on their YouTube channel. So then I just sit there at 9 a.m. to work out what weapons are going to go live. So the first day they kicked it off with Greatsword and Longsword. So I just grabbed the video straight away, and then because they were only sort of like 40-second teasers, so it's not a huge degree of like breaking down. It's basically like 3 clips in one video. So there's only about 5 minutes worth of talking in each video. So turnaround time, I can do most of those videos in about 45 minutes end to end. So I just grab the video, like watch it a couple of times, throw some voice together, piece it all together, and then I do them as like individual ones because I like talking about weapons individually. And then just sort of grab it from the channel. And then so my routine for the whole week was literally like get up in the morning, go to the gym, come back, have my breakfast at 9 o'clock, like watch their Twitter account. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. And then do that for a few hours, get those videos up, and then be like, all right, let's have some lunch. Let's do the rest of the day now. So that was, but it's cool. I love that stuff because it's just like it's one of those ones that like Monster Hunter's just been such a like passion for mine for the longest time. So just sort of like seeing the constant traction, seeing so many people get excited about it. I mean, like people this week, everyone's just been buzzing over it, and like just sharing that. I think that's the thing. Like some people have said to me, like, "How did you turn it around so fast?" Like, well, hype is also a crazy motivator, right? It's just like when I'm just like, yo, I'm ready to go. So it makes me even more excited because obviously they're going to be E3 next week. So that is for sure #1 title that I want to go hands on with.
Awesome. And E3 is obviously Christmas for gamers, right?
Oh my god! Everything looks so cool too. I was waiting for the bow, and the bow was like one of the last ones to be shown because I love the bow. And there's a really cool move where you can like jump up on the monster with the claw, and then you do a backflip and shoot them as with the bow as you're going back. Oh my god, it just looks so cool. Everything just looks, all the new moves look so impressive.
Awesome. Very cool. Watts, what you been up to this week?
So I got to play Code Vein.
Oh, that's right.
It was weird, but I had no idea that this network test was happening. And we talked about Code Vein, very recently. And then someone in chat was like, "Hey, you're gonna be playing Code Vein?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" So I was able to get a code, and I played on Friday and Saturday. And my God, the character customization is absolutely insane. Like,
it's crazy,
insane.
Right?
It's so insane. You can layer the different hairstyles. So you can truly make your own kind of hairstyle. There's so many different accessories like hats, eye patches, ears, tails, wings. There's lots of different colors for the armor that you can choose and the accessories. And there's also like patterned colors. So you can have like a nice lace looking, wing or something. So the character customization is really insane. And I think when the game comes out, I'll spend 4 hours in there or something.
That's always great when it's that deep. Those type of customizations.
And what's really good, so a lot of games that have very deep character customization, you see your character in game playing, and you're like, wait, that doesn't quite look like my character. That's what I picked, but it doesn't look as cool as I thought. But in Code Vein, I loaded in and I was like, yep, she looks exactly like what I did. And for those that don't know, Code Vein is a very similar type of Dark Soulsy game. It's probably the best way to relate it. You go around and you can kill enemies, and you get this thing called haze, which is how you upgrade your level. It's how you upgrade your armor, your weapons. It's how you get new abilities. So you can just go around and farm this kind of haze so that you can level up and make all your stuff really cool. And then they have bosses just like in Dark Souls. You walk in, that big health bar comes up on the screen, and it's a really, really tough fight. And I cannot wait for this game to be out now. You can choose any weapon that you want to use. You're not limited to one weapon. You can switch it whenever you want, as long as you have the right stats to use it. And it's really awesome the way that the skills work, because you can choose like a cluster of skills, and then you can kind of upgrade whatever skills you want. But when you master a skill, you can use that skill with any other skill tree you want.
That's cool.
So you can have very, very deep customization with how you end up playing. You can have some long range attacks, you can have some close range attacks, and I think everyone's going to play the game very, very differently.
Nice.
Which is exciting. And
the
story looks really
so coming from like Sekiro and other Souls games, and then having like hands on with that, like what was the what was the walk away, the feel like with how the combat felt?
So I think combat feels really good. One thing that you'll notice that is very different to like a Sekiro or Dark Souls is that there's a lot of button combos.
Okay.
So you have a light attack, a heavy attack. Yes. light attack, heavy attack. Then you have a special light attack, a special heavy attack. You have a drain attack, which you hold down to use. And then you also have another drain attack that can be used within a combo. And the reason that you use drain attacks, Tefty, you played Sekiro and you have like the emblems to be able to use your abilities. You are basically draining enemies to get more of that so you can use your abilities.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So
like, yeah, there's so many different combos.
So you have like a bar that you have to manage with like killing enemies a certain way, essentially with the drain.
Yeah, so you can also can get a back attack, which will also drain. You can also there's another meter called a focus meter, and when you dodge attacks, your focus meter goes up, and when you're focused, you can launch enemies into the air and drain them, and that actually has iframes. So if there's a bunch of enemies around you and you do that, you don't get hit by all the ads around you.
Nice.
So there's a lot to learn. I came away being like, I cannot wait to learn how to properly use all of these weapons and really get good with all the different combos. And there's also the armor. Oh my god, the armor changes the drain attack. So every drain attack is different based on the armor you pick. So there's one where you spawn like a tail that comes out and it impales the target. There's one where these spikes come out of the ground and knock people over. Wow. There's another one that's like a giant claw that you scratch people with. And they all have animations that play. So if you get like that back attack, drain attack, it cuts to it like an animation that looks really cool. Your eyes go red and your mask comes on your face and you do this crazy attack. It's really cool.
I'm getting like a lot of like Street Fighter vibes from this with like the combos, and I mean, obviously it's not Street Fighter, whatever, but like the Capcom connection, with the combos and like the I can't remember the names of it, like when you turn the moves into ultra moves or something like that.
Right.
And
then,
yeah,
it kind of feels like you have elements of a fighting game within like a Dark Souls kind of gameplay.
Yeah, with like the changing the camera for the cutscene or something when you activate a certain move.
Yeah, there's a really cool like parry thing as well, because you can get the cutscene if you learn to parry. That's the super hard thing. I'm always so bad at parrying, but if you perfectly time it with your different drain attacks, then you also basically go into a one-hit kill for monsters. So you can that rewards like the really crazy play. But I had like, so I'm loving the game and I'm fully gonna buy it day one. I had a couple of gripes, right? Number one, did you play it co-op?
No.
So here's the thing, right? Now, I appreciate in these games, co-op, like they are largely speaking single-player games. And if you play the Soulsborne games, this is like co-op is very much like you're here to help your buddy. So I loaded my friend's game. If you're in your friend's game, you can't open any chests, you can't open any doors, you can't interact with any missiles. You are just there to help them. You are just their, accomplice kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then here's the worst thing, right? So no, I get that like if you load in, you can randomly match with someone, but you can also match with your friends. If you die, and bear in mind, this is a game where you will die all the damn time. If you die, you get kicked out of the game. You got to re-invite your mate. Like it's like you're dead. Get out, right? I'm just like, I mean, I know I was bad.
You're not worthy of hanging out with
chance.
Yeah,
I'm hoping
that's exactly like the Souls games.
Release. Like make the multiplayer a bit more seamless. That's fun.
I'm guessing their logic behind it is because a lot of it is like matchmaking. Like if you're in trouble, you can put up a flare to like help me out. So I'm guessing they're thinking if someone random joins and just gets killed and makes it harder, they're like, oh, you just get rid of them, we'll get someone else.
Yeah,
fair enough. But if you're playing with a friend, like, come on, man, I don't want to be kicked out if I just that's so frustrating.
Yeah,
so that was definitely gripe number one. And number two, right? I mean, like, yeah, I love character creation, right? Character creation was incredible. But I mean, I mentioned this before, but hey, like, if they can give you so many accessories, so you can create these really elaborate hairstyles, why can I not be bald? Come on, like, why can you not go the opposite way? Why can I not take off every single hair layer? Like, and to add insult to injury, you also can't have a beard. But then one of the guys in the hub world is bald with a beard.
Oh,
I'm just like, my dude, you're literally exactly who I want to be. Why can I not be you? So
you need to be cute. All right, you need to be a cute little anime boy or a cute little anime girl. These are your options.
That's basically what I did. Yeah, I made like over the top like samurai guy instead, and I used up all my accessories on just massive hair layers.
Yeah, I realized that I put too many accessories on. The game was like, listen, you need to calm down, get rid of some of those accessories. You went a little too hard on that.
Accessory meter went too high.
Yeah. But so there's also like, so I know a lot of people play these games and they're like, it's too hard. I wish I could play with people or whatever. You actually can choose to have an AI partner with you basically the entire time. And you can choose between different partners, and those partners actually have an ability that they share with you. So one of them will give you like your attack will be up, but your defense will be down. One of them will make you move faster or make your dodge ability be faster. So you can actually use your partner to get these other abilities. So based on what you're fighting, you can be like, okay, I want this partner because this enemy's really slow. I don't need to be fast. I'd prefer to be stronger. So you can bring out the person that gives you the more attack but makes you slower. So that was really interesting. You can,
or you can play it on PC and wait for somebody to mod it and make it easier.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm very, very, very excited for it. I think that's a game that I'm gonna dump a ton of time into. It's beautiful. The fighting was fun, and all the different weapons have different ways to use it, along with the armor. So
nice.
It's pretty deep in terms.
Is there a release date yet for it, or are they still not sure?
So when you finish, when you finish the network test, they're like, "Thanks for playing, launching 2019."
Okay.
So
didn't Monster Hunter World have a network test, and then like 2 or 3 months later they launched it or something? Oh no, they had already announced it though.
So it's coming out in September.
September.
Oh no, not September, not again.
No, I see. I really won't be. I won't be able to handle this game coming out in September because the amount of depth there is with like leveling up and farming to level up and oh my god, no, can't do it. Sorry.
How about they like that?
Can we have a petition?
December.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have a petition to skip August and have 2 Septembers this year to give us a little more time?
I
to
like
play all
that.
The
Let's
September
do that.
releases?
I like that idea.
Yep. I'm down.
All right.
2nd September.
We're just going to get rid of August this year.
Yep.
Have 2 Septembers, and that way we can spread out the release dates of these games by 2 months.
Love it.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Please.
Great.
Why is September like the month?
Yeah, people go back to school.
I don't get it.
I mean, come on, you got less time in September. What's up with that?
I really don't get it. I must be missing something.
I think the only thing that I could ever think about it is maybe companies think that even though because to us like summer holiday seems like the perfect time, but maybe they think families go on holiday in summer holidays. So like if you're away from home, you're not going to be playing video games. So maybe they're like that isn't the best time to release it, which I guess to a degree makes sense. But you're never away for like the whole 6 weeks. Like come on.
Yeah, and if you're a gamer, you're bringing that console with you. Let's be honest, right?
Exactly right.
That used to be the case, right? Is they wouldn't release games in the summertime because you would think that kids have like the most free time to play video games in the summertime. But back in the day, the case was kids were at summer camp. They were visiting family. Like nobody actually bought video games in the summertime, even though kids would play video games in the summertime. So they'd hold them for the holiday, right? So you want to release your game in November so it gets maximum sales for the Christmas holiday. But then all the big hitters started doing that, right? Like the biggest games of the year all started coming out in November, so everybody started pushing their games around and spreading out to October, September. But now it seems like you can release a game any part of the year and it's a smash. It could be a smash hit. It's a good enough game. God of War,
right?
Monster Hunter World, Last of Us. Like if you make a good enough game, it doesn't matter what.
Resident Evil 2 was in January.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Which seems like not a good time to release.
So was Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
7.
Yep, and that was also a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're definitely at a point in the gaming world where companies don't even need to go to conventions. They can just release their game on the internet. If it looks super good, it'll get a lot of hype behind it, and you can just release it whenever you want.
There's a lot of talk this year that E3 is really on its like dying legs, right? Like this is going to be the last we see of a E3 that looks like the E3 that we currently have, where all these companies can really talk to the consumer directly now, like things like Nintendo Direct or the PlayStation Experience, Microsoft. These companies can talk directly to their consumers. They don't need this big press show anymore. And the justification for the big E3 press conferences was always, we want USA Today and Newsweek and the morning shows all to cover these video games, but they don't cover it anyway now. No. And the people who care about this stuff, they listen to podcasts, they go to the websites, they see the trailers on YouTube. Like they don't need these huge elaborate productions at E3 anymore. So
no,
like the days of E3 as we know it look like they're really coming to a close. A lot of companies don't even go there. EA doesn't go there. Is Activision going this year?
No Activision.
Sony's not going to be there, and they got a new console coming out next year. Like,
yeah. Ubisoft do their own thing. Microsoft do their own thing. So like, it's just it's it's a weird one. It's like I feel like it's been one of those things where fast forward a few years because the cost for those booths is like
insane,
ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
I mean,
millions of dollars.
Yeah, and when you think about the other day, it's like it's no wonder like companies like Ubisoft and EA and Xbox kind of doing their own thing. Because although I'm sure there's a lot of like expense in setting up your own event, when you think about the restrictions you have for paying millions of dollars to have like X square foot in an area where you're constrained by their rules, or you take that millions of dollars and put it in your own venue where you're in control. Like
you get the entire building to yourself, and you can control all the power and the internet that comes in there. So it's like it's a no-brainer.
And you could bet. Yeah, and you could bet some of them. I mean, like Ubisoft, like they always typically use like a loft, which as a studio space isn't that big. I mean, you could probably get that for a fraction of the price, and they could then instead spend that money like bringing their equipment over and setting up themselves. Like you'd probably find that it's probably cheaper for them to have that whole building pay for themselves than it is to rent the booth. I mean, I don't know the high cost.
And on top of that, look at what happened with Borderlands 3 just recently in May 1st. Like they had a airplane hangar that they rented out and did. Not connected with E3 at all, and had a big showcase of the game coming out. And like, why not just do that instead of like
at least 50 computers? How many computers did they have set up just for Twitch streaming?
200.
It was at least 200. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 200 stations.
Insane,
That's
right?
nuts.
And then you have all those people live streaming the game. Some of those people bringing home recordings and putting them up on YouTube. Where's the money better spent? One press conference in the middle of like 40 other press conferences, or have a day where Twitch is just devoted to your game because you brought in 200 Twitch streamers and they're all streaming it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got a business plan. I'm gonna buy a warehouse right next to the Staples Center, a big warehouse.
Oh, nice.
Right,
That's gonna be cheap.
Like, hey,
fat internet connection.
But I'll be like, it's a fraction of the price of E3. You want a booth? It'll cost you 250 grand. Bam, done. You'll be like, yo, we're right next to the Staples Center. It's great. Come to this budget warehouse.
That's what EA basically does, right? Is they don't go to E3, they just set up next to it.
Last time was in Hollywood instead of being at E3, which was a definitely a better location to just like hang out and chill.
So last year, Destiny for Forsaken, basically all of Activision, they kind of rented out just hotel rooms, like the suites in the hotel rooms. So when they wanted to bring people to come check out the game, you just went to the hotel room, you captured gameplay, you had interviews there or whatever. And same if you're just trying to get press and content creators to come check out your game, then you might as well just do that, right? And then have your big campaign on the internet, because with the internet, things spread so fast.
Yeah. And the people who are really interested find out right away via Twitter and all those places. Yeah, it spreads really quick now.
Meanwhile, Sony had their big press conference, right? And they're shuffling press from like one building to another during the press conference. No. And they're all on Twitter bitching and moaning about the whole thing. So which one was more cost effective? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever had that idea, I'm sorry, but like nobody in a conference wants to get up and move seats 4 times. I'm just like, come on, my guy. It's hot enough. I want to sit there in my seat and just like stay sweating in one place for the hour. I don't want to sweat in 4 locations.
You want to sweat in peace and not have to sweat in rotation.
Exactly. I don't want to have to move and be like, is someone going to sit in my sweaty seat? Let me just leave there. And just like...
Oh, man. That's amazing.
Dear. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it definitely seems like that trend is ending because, magazines are completely different.
Internet.
Yeah, the
killing
internet happens.
The books, killing the magazines, the internet brings death to all.
Yeah, I wonder if E3 will just fully transition over to like a fan kind of convention where it's,
maybe,
it's more like a PAX,
Could be.
Could.
Yeah. Do you think?
Because that's probably why they opened it up to fans recently, but in the past few years, because they're probably trying to like fill in the costs that are lost by people not buying the booths, right? So like for every big company that's out, they're probably like, we need to bring more, more people in.
So that was the only year that I've been to E3, and that was a really uncomfortable place to be in. It was just insanely packed. I mean, you had to wait 4 or 5 hours for a popular game if you wanted to play it. And if
That's
I'm
all day.
Hard pass.
just straight up, like if I'm a fan of these games, do I want to spend, close to $1,000, maybe more dollars traveling and getting the ticket and all that and the hotel? Actually, it's definitely more than $1,000 to be able to go to E3 and then wait half of your day to play one game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'll play the beta. Just wait for the game to come out.
right.
If I'm that much of a fan of a game to stand in line for 6 hours,
I'm not that much fan of the game.
I'm that much of a fan to just buy the game when it first comes out, right? It's not like I'm going to be like, let me make my mind up on this video game.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like even like for games that I'm like a huge fan of, like Zelda, like I would go the ends of the earth to play that game. But at the same time, I'm just like I don't feel like if I queued up to play a 20-minute demo, like when I played Breath of the Wild, okay, it was a fantastic experience, and obviously I had a slightly different. I didn't have to queue for that one, but still the principle was the same. It still wasn't quite like I enjoyed it. I loved every moment of it, but whenever you're there, you're kind of sitting in an uncomfortable place. It's like it's loud around you. You can't quite.
Oh no! In the middle of a gun.
And then just, like, you're holding. Oh no!
Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
It's the tradition.
That wasn't too bad.
No, it's great. I love this tradition because last week was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You'll find out actually that it's not actually in my internet. I'm just pausing.
Yeah.
At random points during my conversation. But no, I'm saying, but even when you play like those things, you can never properly kind of get into that setting where like you just feel comfortable playing your game. So like now, like I think back to like when I was younger, I used to just go to them all the time because it was kind of the fun thing to do. But like now, I just like I don't know.
Indeed. Wait, is Briar stopped as well? Okay,
no,
Briar's
I was reading.
Briar's reading right now. Yeah, as SideQuest tradition. Yes.
And Tefty would just be alone camera.
Yeah. And
I'm going to pull an audible, guys, because chat just let me know. DC417 just let me know that there's a new Mac Pro that was announced today. Have you guys seen this thing?
Did you see how much it was?
How much is
let me
this
get
Mac
to that.
Pro?
I'm going to announce the specs first.
Okay.
For anybody who knows about PC specs, I just want to let you know what it's got, and then I'll say the price. Okay, so it's got an 8-core Xeon processor.
Wow.
So it's, Xeons are like their server architecture processor, but 8-core is not impressive at this day and time. It's got a Radeon Pro 580X graphics card, which is kind of low end, I would say, for a graphics card. 256 gigs of SSD storage and 32 gigs of RAM. Give me a price, Tefty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't tell anyone.
How much?
Give me a price.
If I was to go to Fry's to build this PC, that I'd be like, well, this is like a loaner PC, I think I'd probably end up spending $1,500, maybe closer to $2,000. If you
got a nice case with it and some
nice
RGB
case,
lighting.
but with the Apple special markup, the old the Apple reach around is probably gonna bring that baby up to about $6,000.
That's exactly how much
is it really?
For $6,000.
Wow.
Or really, I would say the price of a $1,500 PC. Right? It's like, and then their display that goes with it, $5,000.
Oh my God! What? $5,000 for a?
I could have 15 monitors in my setup for that amount of money.
You could have a whole nother PC with a bunch of monitors.
To the moon. Oh my God!
It's a 6K 32-inch monitor. Well, the Apple diehards are definitely going to buy it.
Let me guess. 60 FPS? 60 hertz?
Oh, I'm sure it's 60 hertz. I'm positive.
It looks like a cheese grater as well. Have you seen the case?
It does. It's got the cheese grater look to it. Now, I'm a Mac guy, right? I game on a PC, but I do all my work on a Mac.
Yeah.
The problem is they haven't made a Mac for me in a very long time. Like,
Briar,
I would like to buy a Mac Pro, but I cannot justify buying a $1,500 PC for $6,000.
No.
Once you get into upgrading this thing with like,
oh God,
Radeon Pro graphics cards and like better processors, more storage, you can't get by with 256 megabytes or gigabytes of storage. And then they offer a Afterburner dedicated video card that'll be in this thing too. So if you're a video editor, you're going to want that in there. This thing, I bet easily you're going to be at 10 to 12 grand.
Yeah, 10, 12 once it's all spec'd out.
Easily.
Man.
And then once you're there, what's another $5,000 for a monitor?
It's unbelievable. It's because they're the standard in the video industry. So every company is like, well, we got to be running this platform. So Apple milks it. They're like, well, clearly we're going to be able to get that price out of people. So they just milk it, and they probably have some sort of obsolescence planned in there after like 2 years or after the warranty. So if you didn't buy the special warranty, you're then going to get banged with like the cable deteriorated conveniently. So you got to go buy upgrade parts.
I'll be in the used market in a couple of years for one of these, I think.
It's just crazy, man, because like unless you're using Apple software, you just can get so much more money with a PC-based setup. Yeah. And I was in the same position. With that being said,
though, is I really do like Apple software better. Like for video editing especially, like I much prefer Apple software.
Yeah, I don't $6,000 prefer.
Yeah, $6,000 was a $5,000 monitor.
So check out my YouTube channel and see how you can build a Macintosh out of PC parts. Macintosh.
There you go.
That may have happened.
That's amazing, man. Like I started transitioning out of Apple probably like 5 years ago or so, because like I saw this as soon as they released the trash can Mac Pro. I was like, well, time is up. We've officially reached the end of the Apple saga.
Apple has jumped the shark.
Yeah.
What do we got for topics today?
We talked. Oh, we didn't get into the weapons actually. Like we just briefly talked about the weapons.
Tell us your favorite weapons that you saw. Which ones do you think look the coolest? And if someone is a main of a weapon, who should be the most excited?
Is this for Monster Hunter World?
This is for Monster Hunter World, which is a monster hunting.
Yeah, we just kind of highlighted that a little bit earlier, but we didn't dig into what they showed with those new weapons.
Yeah, so it's kind of like top level. So what they showed this week, so they dropped 14 individual teasers, which shows like a little bit of each weapon. And then there were 3 kind of marquee things they did in each of those individual showcase videos. The first was broadly for every single weapon, they introduced the feature where every weapon now can use the slinger, so the new arm-mounted thing they introduced in World, but with your weapon drawn. So before you used to have to put your weapon away slowly, use the slinger. So if you're in the middle of combat and you need to like flash a monster, it's quite slow because you put it away, get the flash, fire it out. So now every weapon can just like seamlessly just go straight to the slinger. So that's one of the things they would showcase. So the kind of any of the teasers would start with like just some kind of combat and then using a slinger. The second thing is there's a new function for the slinger in Iceborne, which is called the clutch claw, which is basically like a grappling hook that you can grapple onto the monster, pull yourself in, and you can then do a crazy attack on the monsters.
That's awesome.
Now, one of the things we learned from that, which they've introduced, which is new for Monster Hunter as a whole, is off the back of that grapple, they've introduced a weak point system. So if you grapple onto a monster and you attack that area, you essentially create a temporary weak point. So if you then attack that same area more, you do more damage. So that's now really clever for like team play because and the heavier hitting weapons do that more efficiently. So then if you kind of go and grapple on, you create this weak point and then suddenly you're able to like dish out a ton of damage. That's crazy. So they showcased that, and then they went on to showcase like each weapon kind of got like some kind of fancy new move, right? So highlight ones. So sword and shield, like one of my favorite weapons, super stylish. It's got it's basically got a shoryuken you can do with the claw. So you just like dragon punch up, and if you connect with the monster, you grab onto them.
Oh my god!
Dragon
so punch and a mount.
Yeah, it's just like
that's amazing.
And it's got a crazy sort of like it's actually got quite a clever like timed combo where like if you get the combo timing correct, you can kind of like increase your damage and your elemental output. The charge blade, right? For anyone that's familiar with the charge blade, you'll know it's just like a stupid powerhouse, right? And every single time the game comes out, I'm like, surely they can't make it any more complex. Surely they can't add something else, right?
Oh boy!
Bear in mind, this is a weapon where, for anyone that isn't familiar with it, charge blade is basically like a sword and shield that can morph into an axe, but it's got a mechanic where if you explain the typical flow, it's like you attack in sword and shield to fill the files, which you then store into the shield. You then attack and build more files, which you store into the sword. You then attack them again, and you can then go into a super amped element discharge, which is like a crazy over-the-top move. So that's the kind of top level for it, right? But now you can cancel the super amped element discharge to then power up the axe even more so, and then do more axe damage before you then go back into the super amped element discharge.
Wait.
No.
So you do, okay. They added axe
damage.
It's
too hard for me.
Yeah, so basically what happened was like because the thing that would typically happen when you do this, because like you could spam super amped element discharge all the time, is people would just use sword and shield and just go straight to super, right? So axe mode a lot of the time didn't get too much use. So basically what happens now is if you cancel mid super, you power up the axe instead. So the axe now does more damage.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool because obviously, you know, I think the way the designers have always made it is that you're supposed to be able to like morph between and use these seamlessly, but there's always been a dominant side to it. So the idea behind this now is it'll add more power back into the axe attacks. Obviously, until we use it, we don't know whether it will still out DPS just straight super spamming.
Yeah. And
but
constantly,
that was really cool.
constantly doing the elemental discharges is like really satisfying. So that's going to be a tough one to like lean away from. Just because the axe is doing more damage. Because every time you hit one of those combos and just doing it again, boom, do it again, boom. Like that's always really fun.
Yeah. So I mean that's the thing. That's gonna be hard to top. But then bowgun was really interesting. So for heavy bowgun, they introduced something that they took out of world because of the way they changed the way you handle the bowguns. They've reintroduced first person scope for the heavy bowgun. So previous games used to be able to like aim that way. Now it's got a thing called a super scope. So you've now got super critical range. So all range weapons work around a critical range system where you need to kind of be the optimal distance away from the monsters to do most damage.
Oh, interesting.
And now there's basically like a sniper scope for the heavy bowgun where if you're super far away, you just dish out like insane amounts of like damage from afar. So it's like having a 50 cal basically.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Especially in group play, right? Because you can have all of your melee dudes up close, hopefully keeping the monster on them, and then you can just stay super far back.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably only something you can use like sparingly, but that was
right.
Cool. And I think that the last like noteworthy. I mean, there's a load of them, but I'm not going to go through all of them. But one of the super cool ones, the longsword, right now has. So if anyone's used longsword before, you'll know there's like a little counter you can do, which is like you got your foresight slash and stuff. But now they've got the thing called the EI slash. So there's basically this really cool thing where you adopt this kind of like anime samurai stance where you resheath your weapon by your waist and you hold it there. And you then come out of it in a counter.
Ooh.
And it's just like but the animation for it, like Capcom are dons when it comes to animation. They are just so good.
Nice.
And like seeing him mid combo, just like going through an attack and just suddenly sheath his sword and hold it there and just like
so good.
Whoosh. It's like
it's the sword stance.
Yeah, exactly right. It's basically yeah. So there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. Whew.
That is cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Everything just like Eric said, all of the animations for all of these new attacks just look so freaking cool. And the fact that anyone can grapple onto a monster now that's also
really
cool. That's big.
No matter what you're using.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to tell you about the next big thing.
Go on.
Let's have it.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Minecraft AR.
Oh. I've been waiting for Minecraft to come back.
They just showed this off at the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference. They did a live demo of this, okay? And what it is it's if you're familiar with Pokemon Go, you know how an AR game works, right? Is you can hold up your phone and you can see, a virtual world kind of set in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Minecraft in that kind of fashion, right? You hold up a phone or an iPad or a portable device and you can build with Minecraft blocks in the real world. So in your bedroom, you could build Minecraft castles and have creepers running around, or you can go out on the street and do the same thing. And if you have two people, you can see each other walking around in your Minecraft world, and you can interact with your Minecraft world on the device itself.
That's cool.
I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan in the world, but this looks amazing. Like, I highly recommend check this out. The Worldwide Developer Conference Minecraft Earth AR demo. It looks outstanding. Just the level of interactivity. Imagine being able to sit in your room, as a child, and you could build, anything in your room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's persistent, right? And then you can interact with that stuff. You could dig, you could dig down into the depths, and you can interact with that. You can have creepers running around in your room. You can go out into your backyard and build a castle back there. And it's all persistent, right? So the next time you do it, it's still there.
Still there, yeah. When you load it up. That's really cool.
You can see other people's creations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're walking around and you go to your neighbor's house and you see, in their backyard, they built, a huge penis. It's amazing.
Which is exactly what's going to happen day one, right?
And witness my extremely large penis structure in the backyard.
That is really cool, though, right? I think that's probably the part that's most exciting for me, is that you can walk around your neighborhood and you can see who else has been doing this and be like, oh my God, look what Jimmy Bob built in his backyard.
Yeah,
Jimmy Bob, you crazy.
Augmented reality. AR is augmented reality. It's like VR, but you just kind of look through your phone and you can still see the real world using the phone's camera.
Yeah.
But using, the processing on the phone, they can digitally insert like things like a Minecraft world into the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can go around the AR world and just start planting dynamite on everyone's creations?
I don't know. Like, that's a good question. Like,
I sincerely hope so.
The trolling dynamic would be immense. Like people would be like, "Get off my Minecraft lawn."
Oh no, I see where this is going. Man gets mad about child blowing up Minecraft castle.
Right?
Fake.
Florida
man is upset.
mad.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Well, because that's like when I was at work, we used to play Minecraft on the server, and I think someone built a treehouse, and I just set fire to it because he made it all out of wood. And I was like, well, should have picked a better material, right? But it's going to be like a load of just like criminal Minecraft AR people. Are you going to have to like police enforce it? Like the Minecraft police are going to run around like,
right?
No.
That's
I just see this being like so entertaining for somebody, who's maybe you're just like waiting at a bus stop and you just start building like a castle at the bus stop, or start building like one of those redstone computers at the bus stop or something. So the next person comes to the bus stop, they're like, the heck is this? And they start playing with it, or you're just sitting in your room on your bed, like those lazy summer afternoons that, kids spend in their bedroom, and they can just start building stuff in Minecraft right in their bedroom. I think that's really cool.
That does sound really cool.
I think it's really cool. Yeah, it's going to be a really good way for children to use their imagination as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
This, along with Pokemon Go, this AR like kind of gaming, like I love this because it gets people out of the house. It naturally builds communities in real ways. One of the problems with gaming is that it often can keep you isolated, and even if you have online gaming friends, they're not friends that you touch and hug and handshake. And human contact is very important for like mentally, right? Is you need that. And like these AR games get people out there, they get people interacting, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pokemon was huge in Bellevue. They actually have a bench in the park that's dedicated to all the Pokemon Go players
that's awesome.
that were in Bellevue Park, because it was just packed. And all you could see was just these giant crowds running from side to side, and someone will call out, "Oh, there's a Lapras over here," and everyone screams and runs over to it. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
There were a lot of funny memories of Pokemon Go. I remember I went with a friend to like Hyde Park, and then we thought it was going to be a brilliant idea to like rent a boat in the middle of Hyde Park and then go out into the lake to try and catch water Pokemon. Like, bear in mind, like two like 6 foot tall guys in like a pedal boat, right? Only to get to the middle of the lake to realize that for safety reasons they don't put Pokemon in the water so the kids don't go and drown trying to catch them. So then we're stuck in the middle of this lake, super unfit. Like, why do we pedal out here? Like, okay, we should go back now. We got 0 Pokemon. It was a wasted adventure, but it was the memories.
If we don't let the stupid kids drown to death, we're gonna end up with stupid adults.
This is true. This is true.
Oh my god!
Survival of
natural Pokemon Go selection.
Natural Pokemon selection. Yeah.
No, but that's it's interesting to. Or it's also just like super quickly to like add on to what you're saying as well. It's interesting that it's now on the phone, because do you remember that? Oh, was it like 2 or 3 years ago at E3? Like Microsoft did the HoloLens demo of like Minecraft AR, but like that has never seemed to go anywhere. So it's nice to actually see that concept has actually come somewhere. So
yeah, it definitely feels like an extension of that concept. Looking at it,
yeah, it's cool. Be fun to see where it goes in the future.
Cool. Oh yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a Death Stranding trailer. Did you guys watch it?
Yes, It was an 8-minute trailer. So initially I was looking around and there was like a shorter one, and then it was like another one, and then I was like, but people are saying there's a longer one. So I actually had to dig around trying to find this full 8-minute trailer, because there were some other ones out there that were much shorter. And I was like, what are you guys talking about? I don't see that at all.
Did it?
But yeah, we got.
Did it explain the baby bridge?
Sort of, kind of.
Completely.
Kinda did.
I understand
Completely?
everything now. I understand the whole game.
kinda
Have
get
you
it a
ever
little bit.
seen Kevin Costner's classic, The Postman?
Of course.
I believe
no,
this is
afraid
Hideo Kojima's
Futuristic
take on
Postman.
on that classic movie. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Well, he was trying to make a TV show initially, so it's possible. Yeah, so the baby thing. They mentioned that it's a bridge. So what it appears to be in Death Stranding is there appears to be two different types of worlds or dimensions, whatever you want to call them. And Norman is living in a certain realm, and then there's bad guys that exist in another realm, but they can hurt you in Norman's realm.
Right.
And then him having this baby as a bridge appears to connect him to both of these worlds, to where he can see things in both the other world and his world. And it's something about reconnecting humans back to each other because we've separated too far away or something. There seems to be like 12 different storylines in the game.
Are these babies immortal? Do they never grow?
We don't know what the babies are. There is a theory. There's a theory that rain ages you rapidly.
Huh.
So this is another theory that I heard. There's a theory that rain ages you, which is why you saw people running away from the rain. And then the theory is that the baby's like a death mechanic. So when you die, you become this baby, and then you put the baby in the rain so that the baby grows into a
Like a chia pet for humans.
Yeah, sort of.
Exactly.
I see.
Precisely
Oh,
what is going
Kojima did say that it's not just a stealth game because people were like, "Oh, stealth game, hell yeah!" He said that it's more of like an action adventure type game. It's not so.
Thank God, I can't stand stealth games.
I'm sure you can still be pretty stealthy, but yeah, it's not. It's not just.
It has to be a really good stealth
I don't
game
want
to
to
be-
fight. I want to hide in this corner for the next 15 minutes.
That sounds amazing. Although there will be some of those parts because there seems to be like one of the things on the official website mentioned there's a part about like, so if you die, you seem to go to this other, like the upside down world basically, and then like shadows in there that can then, and that's where the kind of stealthy aspect came in because like if they heard you, then they started to like go after you, and then there was a couple of weird aspects of it as well where it looks like there's time travel in it because it seemed like he was in a World War II battle at one point. And then there was like modern warfare. There's some rather confusing things in there.
That's
but then
why
on the
it feels like there's 12 different stories in there. Because I'm like, okay, the bridge baby thing, I can kind of get that, but connecting you to two different worlds, you got to keep your bridge baby. But what's all this other stuff? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you can then pull ladders out your pocket and then put ladders and climb things and stuff. So
a really long ladder.
Who's making these bridge
I don't
babies,
want
man?
this game to come out.
Also, there's another really crazy thing someone noticed as well afterwards. Like, if you play the trailer back, apparently every single cut between all the scenes is actually a blink of an eye.
Oh yeah.
So like,
that.
it's like someone's watching the trailer. It's like that's very, very weird.
Yeah. It turns out we, the players, are the bridge babies.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
Stay out of the rain.
Stay out of the rain.
I'm a bridge
Gonna age quick, man.
True.
That acid rain will get you.
So I mean, I guess we don't know exactly what it's about. No, we don't. But there is this thing about reconnecting humans back to each other. Whatever the hell that means, whatever world that is in.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back to be connected to each other, It's going to be great.
I'm excited to see this game fully materialize into a playable experience and just walk away going, what the hell?
See, I never want to see that.
Yeah.
I just want more trailers to come out.
I'm up for the experience, man.
Trailers.
I'm up for my brain to get flipped upside down, scrambled, and then be like, well, there's somebody.
Well, I mean, knowing Kojima,
yeah,
the whole game will probably be like a massive movie. So you'll probably play for about 10 minutes, and the rest of it you'll watch for like 12 hours, right? So it'll be like, we'll finish it and be like, anyone know what went on? Like, no. Like, I should play again. All right, yeah, sure. And then it'll be
Yeah. I want to play it. Definitely.
Yeah.
definitely
play it. Yeah.
All right, E3 is next week, guys.
Yes.
And we thought it'd be fun to bring to the table the SideQuest host E3 predictions. So in our little Twitter DM, I asked everybody, bring 2 that you think might happen and 1 pie in the sky screwball idea. So,
What if I picked 3 screwball eyeball ideas?
Then you did it right. Do we want to go like one by one around the table?
Sure.
How's that sound?
I'll start with
All right.
Go ahead.
that rumor about the Avengers game. Do you see the rumor about that? About how
Yes.
it's going to be there's possibilities of it being like Destiny?
That rumor has been around actually for multiple years now.
Oh, it has? I didn't realize this.
Yeah. I used to talk about the Avengers game in the same breath as Anthem.
Okay.
Ah.
So it's likely going to fail horribly?
Oh no!
And by the way, I love Anthem. I had a great time playing
Sick
that. I loved playing Anthem, and if it ever gets a new life, I'll be excited about that. But it's technically, it's hurting right now.
Yeah, that game looks crazy though. Avengers looks crazy because like you think about like a game where you build a superhero, but there's like a loot and progression system to it.
That would be
And
Did you ever play
live service game?
Yeah. Did you ever play? What was it called? Was it called DC Heroes or something? Like
I never played it, but I'm aware.
Yeah. It was it wasn't great, but it was kind of fun for a little bit. Like, I made like a flash character, and you can run up walls and stuff. So it's kind of cool.
So yeah, it's gonna release. We're gonna all be like, "This sucks," and then 2 years later, it'll be amazing. Awesome.
Yeah. Well,
sounds about right.
What if they actually were to nail like this Destiny-like experience in the Marvel universe, though? Like, how would you feel?
That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Could be
That'd be
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
You just went and
superpowers?
unlocked Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man, you're unlocking like a legendary web for your arm.
Making your own costume, like build your character, make your own costume, design your own superpowers, like kind of customize your superpowers.
Think of the
What's the loot
microtransactions.
grind though? Is it
The
just
possibilities.
costumes? Yeah, right. What would be the loot grind when you have superpowers instead of weapons?
I suppose you could have like, because like all the superheroes have different like suits from their different times in the comics. Like maybe they would actually be like physical armor pieces with stats. So maybe you could have like armor sets for your heroes. And I wonder as well whether
really armor.
Of course, in the space age.
Yeah,
Space age spandex, of course. It's got poly nanite something, thingies.
And then if you like play enough, you unlock the Galaxy Spandex.
Galaxy spandex, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like it.
Imagine
that would work though. I could see like you grind out like different colors and different like designs for armor and costumes.
Imagine you're playing as Thor and you just unlocked a new hammer. Exotic hammer.
Do you think we're gonna play as like the characters in the movies, or do you think we're gonna like custom design your own character and play as that character? I would assume that we custom design our own character.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably.
That does sound awesome. I feel like
it'd be weird to have like 20 Thors running around,
But what if you could get like get their powers, right? So you could make your own character, but you can get like Spider-Man's web, you can get Thor's hammer, and you can kind of maybe the characters kind of play as this skill tree.
Yeah.
So each of the like Thor skill tree, Spider-Man skill tree, and then you can make your own character, but you can kind of use those characters as skill trees.
that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Potentially.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
I'd love it.
So
like you have
what's your
super
prediction,
healing
Jeff?
and flight, but if you pick flight, you couldn't have webs and like
Yeah.
you'd have to like make choices like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've definitely got my eye on this. They've been working on this in a long time. Is it Crystal Dynamics who's making this?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
They've been working on this for a very long time, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Cool.
Good.
So
pick,
Tess'
Jeff.
prediction is it's coming out on this year.
That we're
September.
Yeah, September 13th. It's coming out.
Oh no.
Next one. Who's got the next one?
I can go.
Yeah.
My prediction is that Trials will be announced at E3
Oh.
to be released in I don't know when, but they'll
September.
But they'll
September
be like,
13th.
Trials
Yeah,
is
September
coming
13th,
back.
obviously.
September 13th.
Bold move,
Obviously.
Cotton.
They're gonna drop the new season on the 3rd of September, and Trials comes out on the 13th, that Friday or
There you go.
Thursday.
Boom.
Oh my.
Obviously.
So it's actually going to come out during the summertime. That's what you're saying. It's not. They're not going to wait till September to bring it out.
They're going to announce it to be released.
Okay.
I don't know when.
Okay.
When do you think though, Watts? Let's put a date on it.
Okay. A date. I'm gonna go with when would the next November 7th. 7th of November.
Whoa.
That seems really convenient for us. I'm gonna go with that too. Yes, I like it. Yeah.
Yep.
One of my picks was Marvel's Avengers, but we already talked about that. So I'm going to skip that one, and I'm going to go to, I believe that Respawn Entertainment's Jedi Fallen Order is going to be the game of the show. You know how everybody left talking about Cyberpunk last year?
Yeah.
I think everybody is going to go in looking at Jedi Fallen Order, and they're going to come out like, I mean, Respawn is on a hot streak, right? Titanfall 2, Apex. They got the first Star Wars like single player game in a very long time. They're, the original developers of Call of Duty, Titanfall. Like these guys know how to make a game. I think this thing is going to be hot. I think it's like people are going to come out of here. I think they're going to have a playable demo at E3, and I think that it's going to blow people away.
Man. Prior, I like that.
Hope so. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
So I'm thinking, right, for my one, like, so it's based slightly on a rumor, right? But From Software supposedly working on a game inspired by Norse mythology.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think I would be willing to bet this will launch like March, April next year, right? Because companies
that quick.
See the thing is, you see, like the climate for like games these days seems to, because when you think about when we first like saw Sekiro, which was like last year's E3, and then we got it this year, right? So when you think about like the climate, like a lot of companies are making the shift now where they announce much closer to the game being ready than announcing be like, you can wait 3 years for our game to come out, unless of course you're Square Enix, in which case you make people wait 20 years for your game. But anyway, neither here nor there. Point is, I feel like they'll do, because I think also, like, even though he was like the main kind of director was like heavily involved in From Software, I know that like his team, I think he took a slightly more advisory role anyway, so he might have been busy kind of straddling multiple projects. But I feel like this, like, I love Norse mythology, and I think like a From Software game set with that theme, that would be incredible.
And this is the one that George R. Martin consulted on.
Yes, but actually, wait. That's a good point. If he's consulting, maybe it'll come out in 10 years' time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's got a good decade to work on that.
He's not controlling it. As long as it's not a book, I think George is all about it, so we might be all right.
When did they announce Sekiro?
That was.
Anybody remember?
It was last year's Microsoft conference, wasn't it?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was last
Game
year's
Awards.
Yeah.
Or no, they didn't announce it there. They showed a trailer, but they didn't say what it was for.
No, it was definitely Microsoft's conference, because I remember seeing that.
You're absolutely right.
So
you're right. I mean, within a timeline, it would line up. Yeah, I guess they are doing that. Where would they sneak in Bloodborne 2, Eric's? How would they do that with this timeline? This is important, by the way.
Tomorrow, please? No, not tomorrow.
They were thinking in September 13th.
September 13th, we get Bloodborne 10. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can see Sony trying to get them to release that with the PlayStation 5.
True.
Maybe, yeah.
True.
Like not a launch game, but like a year 1 game or year 2 game. Bloodborne is a very popular PlayStation game.
Oh, okay. So legit, if they would do that. I think, well, first, I think it would have to be a spin-off. It can't be a continuation, because Bloodborne is pretty complete in terms of what it gives in the package. So it'd have to be something set in the universe, but separated from that storyline that we played.
Separate story.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at that with Dark Souls, right?
Dark Souls 2 didn't pay off too well that way, because that was in a different area, and it's definitely not considered the gem of Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 continued into Dark Souls 3 to complete the story. Man, I hope, because Bloodborne's amazing. That game is just fantastic. But at the same time, if they released something that was just not quite as good, then that would kind of mar the franchise for me. I'd be like, Bloodborne 2 happened.
Honestly, I could go with a FromSoft game every year, please.
Same.
I love everything. I love their character designs. I love their boss fights. Are always just such a spectacular thing to look at. You load into a boss arena and you're like, oh my god, this thing looks so cool. I felt like that with Lady Butterfly immensely, because I was like, oh my god, her fighting style was so beautiful.
They just have like this ability whoever is doing the actual world design and level design for FromSoft games, from FromSoft proper, I'm assuming, has this ability to make you want to explore everything.
Yeah.
And that
the worlds are gorgeous.
Yeah, that's like a hidden trait in game developers that nobody really like. Nobody specifically goes, man, that level, I just wanted to see every single bit of it. But like, you don't really talk about that, but you just know it when you experience it. And when you play Bloodborne and when you play Dark Souls and obviously Sekiro, you get that experience. You go down a street and there's like immediately like 3 interesting things that you want to go and check out. And then you go explore those, and then you go down the next part of the street. And it's just like there's more avenues that keep on unlocking and make you interested to see more of it.
Yeah, it's got such a cool feeling about all of their worlds. You walk around and it feels very mysterious, and you want to know more about the world and the characters that inhabit it. And not everyone has that talent or that gift to create a world that feels like that.
Yeah,
and they really nail it.
Yeah.
You know who does that well too are the Capcom guys, especially lately with Resident Evil 7.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like they nail it there too.
Yeah, that was really good. Next prediction.
All right, round 2.
Round 2. Okay, so I have to start it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you stole my round 1 so I don't have it.
That means I'm winning.
We're gonna make something up.
I predict they're going to unveil Duke Nukem MMO.
Oh my God.
Briar's not even laughing.
Briar's just like, no.
Come on, man.
Oh my.
You shutting down my Duke Nukem MMO?
Look, hey, yes.
Why?
It'll release on Google Stadia exclusively.
Stadia.
That will be my reason to buy that.
There
Duke
you
Nukem
go.
MMO.
There's only one. Everybody plays Duke Nukem.
Yes.
There's no character creation. You can only be Duke Nukem.
For this MMO, you could have different shades of fabric, different types of fabric that you wear in your shirt. You know,
Amazing.
different belts.
Just the shirt though, because you have to be wearing jeans.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you have purple.
You always
red,
got the
green,
flat top,
blue
blonde
shirt.
hair type of thing going on.
Yeah, you gotta have that and the sunglasses.
Yeah, you can change different types of sunglasses, but they always have to look they got to look like the classic thing going on.
They
Different
look
rims.
like they're from the 80s. You can get the ones that have like the plastic slats in them instead of just like.
Yeah. I'm in.
All right, what else do you do in a Duke Nukem MMO?
You have to you have to go explore where the aliens came from, and you got to go to the strip clubs also. That's very important.
Oh yeah, there's definitely romance options in the strip club.
In the MMO, you got romance options. You have to level up your romance meters. You have spec into your romance
operating bathrooms. The original had operating toilets. So there's a real time eating and defecating system.
Oh my gosh.
This sounds like a hit, guys.
Yeah, I think we could flesh it out a little more, but
Flush it out. Wow.
Oh,
Wow. All right. Well, next. Who's got the next prediction?
all right.
Aye. Does it mean it's me?
Yeah, go ahead, Watts.
Okay, so let's see. Cyberpunk, we know, is going to be at E3 this year.
Yep.
They come out on stage and they announce the game's playable right now.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
They launch at E3?
Yeah. Everyone's been super excited.
Oh, like you
about
can
it.
go home and download it right now? Is that what you're saying? Like they pull a
Yeah.
And
They've got to make one mistake.
And then they
This
actually
is their giant mistake.
They actually utter "suck it," Jason Schreier, because he said that. He said there's no way they're releasing this year.
Yeah. That's
Did he say that? I didn't know that.
Exactly the announcement. They get on, they're like, here's some gameplay of Cyberpunk. Now you may notice that they are playing the game. This is the full game. They're playing live right now. The game's out. Screw you, Jason. And then they just
Wow. This is
And
Schreier.
Kerbal, it's all being run on the new iMac.
Oh.
yes.
Yes.
And cross save brought to you by Stadia.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. All right.
I think it's gonna happen.
At least it's not September 13th.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
True.
everybody's got their eyes on this game, right? Like everybody's looking at this game thinking,
yeah.
I mean, after The Witcher 3, the best game of all time, how could you not?
Whoa. It's clearly Breath of the Wild.
Best game of all time? That's the second best game of all time.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I think Code Vein is the best game of all time. Yeah, personally.
How's the fucking in Breath of the Wild? Because it's pretty good in Witcher 3.
That's why Tefty couldn't keep playing it. It was just too, too much for him.
It was too much. What can I say?
Get screwed by the puzzles.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh dear.
All right, next prediction.
What's your prediction, bro?
I believe that Microsoft is going to have a VR headset this year. That they're going to announce the new console this year, and along with that new console announcement, they're going to announce a VR headset.
Wow.
Interesting.
I think the PlayStation VR headset has shown that it is a viable home concept. A concept for the home, right? Is that thing is sold actually really well.
Did it really?
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
I think it's the most popular VR experience, like the best selling VR experience. And there's the most games available. You can't really say most games because Steam Workshop is a thing, right?
Right.
People just put out like random shit. But if you make a game for the PlayStation VR, it's like the best selling platform. Like you sell the most on that platform if you put them out on all three. Like Oculus, Steam, like those three platforms, PlayStation VR is by far the most popular. And in a lot of ways, it's the best headset that's available right now. The way it sits on your head,
I do like
it's like a halo, and it doesn't actually like strap to your face. It just kind of sits in front of your face. It like hovers in front of your face, so it's very comfortable. It's very inexpensive for VR. But I think that Microsoft's seeing that, and they're going to want to compete with that.
It could be cool.
All right. Yeah. I'm still not really sold on VR for me personally. Like I don't like the fact that I have to put on a headset and change how I'm operating my whole gaming experience right now. So VR, I feel like it still needs to mature for me. I mean, maybe they'll do that with this if they actually were to announce something.
The Valve Index is coming out. I think it's at the end of this month or early next month. And that is really like the first 2.0 headset that we're going to see. Yeah. Where, it's got new controllers that track fingers so you can like pick stuff up naturally and throw it naturally.
That's cool.
Wider field of view on the helmet. 144 hertz screen in the helmet. It's got near field speakers instead of headphones so that you can actually have some awareness of what's going on around you. So like people aren't sneaking up on you all the time. Yeah. Valve Index looks real good. I'm going to be pre-ordering that and getting that day one.
People sneaking up on you.
Nice.
Do you guys worry about that?
Yeah, that's the thing with VR because you can't see anything in the, like, you got the VR helmet on and you got headphones on. So like, let's say your wife or something comes in and taps you on the shoulder while you're playing Resident Evil 7, literally scares the shit out of you. Like really scary because you're immersed in like a totally different world.
Yeah, you're into it.
And to feel physical contact is like really disturbing. But yeah, the Valve Index looks really good. I'd love to see Microsoft have a VR solution for the next Xbox.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're definitely looking at competition and what they can check off the list, so people don't look at Xbox as like not having these things. So it's possible for sure. Yeah. Also, cool. September 13th is when they're going to launch it.
Of course. My other like normal prediction would be EA finally announcing Command and Conquer coming back. Like not the crappy mobile game they announced before and teased and were like, they'll be like, like a legit like Command and Conquer, bringing back the RTS genre that needs to be like the genre that doesn't get enough attention these days. They'll bring it back. They'll be like, this is a fully fledged Command and Conquer. Please ignore some of the crazy stuff we've done recently. This will be a very good game. We'll enjoy it. Part of the dust. This is a genuinely great game. It's just Command and Conquer. No frills, no nothing. It's just.
Is it going to be Red Alert Command and Conquer or old school?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Oh, I want Red Alert. Yeah. Give me Red Alert. In fact, please give me right Red Alert with like the old cast with the old cheesy cutscenes.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Those were
I
great.
don't care how old they are. Bring them back right now, and then like that's it. Just a box product. You can sell it.
Get the same set, get the same cameras, like all the same technology that you used to create those old cutscenes. Just use it, reuse it, because you nailed it the first time.
Exactly. And if they need someone else to play Kane, I will happily step up to the job.
I think you'd be perfect.
That'd be awesome.
There we go. So there we go.
All right.
You heard it here, and they'll say, you know what? You can buy it at EA Play on a physical box.
Right there.
There you go.
Boom. Ready.
Right there.
They're doing
the
launches they release or launches they talk.
Yep. They have a little like lemonade stand, and next to the lemonade stand, they'll have all the games. They'll be like, please buy your lemonade, and then they'll copy the game. Bam, done.
I like that, man. Do you feel like games are going to move closer and closer towards like really short announcements to almost just launching? Like Netflix is like, hey, we got a new movie, watch it now. Do you think we're going to get closer and closer to that with games?
I think we'll get closer to it. I think there'll always be like a certain run up because I feel like the marketing like lead up for the game is like this kind of slightly larger. But I think they definitely are like a lot of companies are moving. Like Nintendo do it a lot as well. You know, like they typically, apart from the things like Metro Prime, generally speaking, they tend to announce things now that you're playing that year. So right. I think the cycles we might get as short as like a.
Here we go. All right.
The cycle.
Oh.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. It's still
Indeed. Frozen. It never gets old. I will laugh about this every single
We're going to have like a thing like Eric's. It's going to be Eric's bingo, and people have to put a number in chat of when in the video they think Eric's is going to freeze.
And how many times it's going to freeze.
Yeah, how many times?
I'm sorry.
And at what point in the timestamp do you think Eric's going to freeze? Play Eric's bingo, man.
I think we should do that.
The woes of Discord servers being like US and me being all the other side of the ocean. I apologize. I'm back.
Oh no, it's fine.
It's great.
So now we got wild predictions, right? What are our wild predictions?
Mine have all been wild. I'm sorry.
Yeah, since mine was kind of a wild prediction on the previous one, there's been a discussion about Borderlands 2 getting a DLC that's going to drop. And there's rumors about it dropping at E3 when they announce this stuff as like a bridge towards Borderlands 3, because they're for sure going to talk about Endgame for Borderlands 3, and they're probably going to show off another planet and another character like Mose or Flack. So I'm honestly, those are confirmed that they're going to show off a character and planet and talk about Endgame. That's exciting. But there's all these rumors about, are they going to take a game that came out in 2012 and give it a DLC that's going to bridge from Borderlands 3 to Borderlands 3? And if they are, that's going to be exciting. I can't wait. So I guess my prediction would be that, they would drop it right at E3 and be like, boom, get hyped. Because PlayStation this month is giving a Handsome Collection for free. If you're,
they are,
yeah, which, if you guys haven't tried out the Borderlands universe and you have a PlayStation account that's up to date, play Borderlands 2 first. Don't play the pre-sequel first. Yeah, it's free. Might as well download it. Play Borderlands 2.
Fair.
And if you like Borderlands 2, then you can keep on playing.
Didn't that get a 4K update too?
It did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the PlayStation Pro?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice package. That was a $60 package not that long ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of great content. If you haven't played Borderlands, it'll give you a taste of it. Borderlands 3 is going to feel very different in terms of gunplay. It's going to be a really, really nice game that people will get to dive into on September 13th.
Oh, yes.
I wouldn't try and play the entire Borderlands series over the summer, though.
Yeah. Only if you've suddenly
you
become a mega fan.
You might get burnt out on Borderlands before the new one comes out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like you might discover that suddenly this is the perfect game for you and you love it. So then, play it. But like, if you're interested, try out Borderlands 2. Just do one playthrough and you can judge from there.
Yeah. Fair.
All right. My prediction. Don't know if realistic or crazy. Can't tell. Both are the same in my head. So, my prediction is that we are going to see Resident Evil 8 announced at E3 with a spring 2020 release date. Because Resident Evil 7 came out in spring, right?
Actually, January. This lines up.
Right, yeah.
No, this definitely lines up because they've been talking about how they're doing a remake and then a full release and then a remake and then a full release because they just did RE2 remake. So next year RE8 and then the year after that RE3.
Yeah.
And that engine,
I think it might be possible.
That RE engine is amazing.
It's really good.
Every time a game comes out on that, I freaking love that engine. It's so nice.
So the executive producer noted back in 2017 that plans for the next title are already in motion, and when you see that game, you may find that it's very different from Resident Evil 7 in some ways, while still retaining that core survival horror concept. So we should be getting a somewhat different experience too. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. More like a traditional Resident Evil.
Yeah, I like the third person.
I'd be bummed if it's third person. I really liked how it was first person for Resident Evil 7, and I especially really loved how it was VR. It was a VR experience. That game was
too spooky
terrifying.
for me.
It was so good as a VR experience.
Yeah.
Especially like the first 6 hours or so when you're really like kind of in that mansion. It was so good that I'd hate to lose that in the next one. I really hope they keep it.
RE2 was amazing though, and that was third person. I feel like the third person aspect of that really heightened my feel for the game. I liked Resident Evil 7. I definitely enjoyed it, but I feel like RE2 was that remake just nailed things, and I feel like the third person aspect of it is part of that ingredient.
I much preferred Resident Evil 7 over RE2.
Oh, really?
The remake.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just so much more impactful.
Really interesting though. If we get a Resident Evil 8, because of course with the remakes we know what we're getting. I know they changed a lot of stuff in Resident Evil 2 remake from the original, but you generally know what's going on. You know who you're going to play as. But getting a brand new Resident Evil is always super exciting because it's a whole different story, different location, different characters you're playing as and against. It's I'd be excited to see it.
Wild prediction.
Okay.
But crazy, absolute insane prediction that was obviously not going to happen. It is going to be Resident Evil RTS, and you play as the virus, and you have to go recruit squads of zombies.
Oh my!
Like that? Isn't that like that game? What's it called? The virus game that you play?
Sure.
Where you have to create a virus and then spread it around the world.
Similar, but it's going to have RTS experiences in it. So you're going to have like zombie squads that you have to go and form, and you're going against, you're going against the people who are alive.
Obviously.
Yeah.
On Stadia.
Yeah, on Stadia.
Crossplay online Stadia. There you go.
Crossplay just between Stadia and the new iMac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's wondering. We know that the Microsoft's next console is going to get announced, right? But what's it going to be called, right? Because they've been all over the map with this thing. So the first one was just Xbox. The second one was the 360.
Yep.
The third one was the Xbox One. So what's the fourth one going to be? I was thinking the obvious answer, marijuana is being legalized all across the United States. Microsoft wants to jump on board on the bandwagon. So Xbox 420, clearly. But
it has a ring to it.
Then I was thinking, it does, right? But then I was thinking, they're not competing against the PlayStation 4. They're competing against the PlayStation 5. So they're not going to want to go with the 4.
Right.
That's the whole point behind 360 is they were going against the PlayStation 3. They didn't want to go Xbox 2. Right? So I legitimately think they're just going to call it the Xbox.
How about... Wait. Hold on.
If they just call it the Xbox, right, is they can just keep the Xbox name going, right? Now that they're on a PC architecture, like they don't really have to be saying this is Xbox 5, this is Xbox 6, this is Xbox 7. They could say this is the 2019 Xbox, this is the 2020 Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
What if they just straight up chopped the name off and went Xbox?
That's what I just said. Literally, those words just came out of my mouth.
All right.
While you were talking, I was actually thinking about names. Yeah. You're right. My bad.
Right. What if they just call it the box. No longer
Whoa.
Xbox,
just no more Xbox.
Just the
See,
box.
I was trying to make I was trying to think of a funny name like Box Xbox or Box X1 Box, you know? And that's why I wasn't listening to you, Briar. Yeah.
It's just called X. That's it.
X.
Just the X.
Just the X.
Or just X. Yeah.
And they bring out who's saying X gonna give it to you?
Oh yeah.
DMX.
DMX.
DMX. Yeah, they bring out DMX to
X
to announce
give
it.
it to you.
Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, I think that's
I
what
like
it might be. Yeah.
Just the X.
Just X. Yep.
Fair.
It's called the X though. THE is part of the brand.
Okay.
The X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it just sounds like an ex-wife though. Maybe
The
this
X.
isn't so great.
I gotta go pick up the X, honey.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
sorry to hear
what?
about that. I didn't know you guys broke up. All right, RX, what do you got?
So the last one, right? Anyone here a fan of fighting games?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you know Dragon Ball Fighters came out, right?
Right.
Fantastic
Yes.
game, love that. Right. So like my Dragon Ball when I was growing up was actually Naruto. Like, I didn't have the attachment to Dragon Ball. So Naruto Fighters, the exact same format as Dragon Ball Fighters, but picture, right? Because Dragon Ball Fighters, like the parity between that and the manga scenes was incredible, right? The fighting game itself played really well. But imagine that with Naruto characters and the Tail Beast fights you could have and the Tail Beast supers, but with the visual quality, that if they announce that,
that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
that would be incredible. So yeah,
what if instead it's anime girl fighters? I want to play that.
Then it's gonna be too creepy for an adult male to play.
No. No.
Australia's gonna ban
Come
it.
on.
All right.
Yeah.
When you're playing that in the living room and your wife walks in, she'll be like, "What's this porn?"
You're like, wait till you see the super.
Why are there underage girls on the TV screen right now? It's scantily clad.
Oh dear. But
That's
that's my crazy crazy one.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, is that the show? Did we talk all the topics?
I
think so.
We didn't talk about Call of Duty, did we?
Nah, but I think we should probably save, right?
Yeah.
Because like
maybe we can talk about that when we get their multiplayer reel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really what I'm
We can
looking
talk
forward
about
to seeing
the
at this
full
point.
thing.
Yeah, once they actually show a little bit more, and obviously next week is or is it next week? E3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week is a big week. Eric, you're not going to be on the show next week, right?
I will not, unfortunately, but I'll be back the week after to bring like lots of like E3
news.
Yes, E3
reports
news
and stuff.
Yep. So
yeah,
actually, when does the E3 what's the day that it officially starts? Is it this weekend?
So the kind of EA Play begins Saturday, Xbox conference is Sunday, other things like Ubisoft and Square Enix is Monday, and then the E3 physical show is Tuesday through Thursday.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. So next week is going to be interesting. Actually, for the rest of the month is going to be really interesting. A lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll finally be done grinding Destiny so I can play some other games. My checklist is complete. You can't really see.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
Love it.
That's what I like to see. We will officially be World's First. Tune into that tomorrow.
That's right.
On all of our channels, we'll be live from 10 a.m. Pacific.
It's going to be a long day tomorrow.
It's going to be a really long day.
Yeah.
What time do we have to start? What time does it actually?
We get to start at 10 a.m., but then it doesn't.
10 a.m.
The raid doesn't
and we grind
unlock till
for
4
6
p.m.
hours, and then we raid.
Yeah.
All right.
And the raid, raids have taken 6-12 hours at times,
I
depending.
think the longest one has been 12 or 13.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how we do on that. Anyways, guys, that's the show, right? SideQuest complete.
SideQuest complete.
SideQuest complete. If you want to find more of me, I am. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch my streams twitch.tv/TeftyTeft. And I've been YouTuber Teft has been striking in the shadows every now and then with a YouTube video. I'm gonna have to have a talk with that guy.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can catch me streaming the raid and grinding and stuff tomorrow. Super excited for all the games that are coming out. And you can talk to me on Twitter. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
You can find me at Eric's on Twitter, and you can find me getting hyped for lots of Monster Hunter stuff over on YouTube /Alex Gaming. So yeah, that's me.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me not playing Destiny for approximately the next 20 hours because listen to this. While I've been grinding Destiny for the last 2 weeks, I have had Supernatural playing on the second monitor just to kind of, keep me company.
Sure.
Right.
There's so many episodes of Supernatural I've watched while I've been grinding Destiny.
Ooh, this is a good game.
This could be seasons.
72.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you went through 3 or 4 seasons.
It's 4.5 seasons.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm like
that's a lot of
midway through season 5.
How many episodes is that? How many episodes?
It's like 20 something per season. I think one of the seasons was a
Ooh.
little shorter because of the writer's strike back in the day.
Oh yes.
Damn.
That's a lot of Padalecki in your life right there.
Well,
Can't
good
get
job,
enough.
Briar.
Can't
We
get
are
enough.
proud of you.
All right. That's the show, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
DCP channel will actually be live tomorrow
That's correct.
for God knows how long. So
That's correct. Yep.
make sure to get some money for St. Jude, raising money here live from 3 p.m. Pacific.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a good time.
Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.
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 See ya.